Imagine holding a tiny gold coin in your hand. Now, what if I told you that this little piece of metal could be stretched into a wire so thin, so incredibly long, that it could wrap around an entire football field multiple times? Gold is no ordinary metal. It's one of the most malleable substances on Earth. And get this, a single gram of gold can be stretched into a wire over 2 kilometers long. That's over a mile of gold from something that weighs less than a paperclip. How is that even possible? And why does gold behave like this when other metals just snap or break apart? Let's dive into the mind-blowing world of gold's invisibly thin wires. Gold has fascinated humans for thousands of years. We've fought wars over it, built empires with it, and even worshipped it. But beyond its beauty and value, gold has some insane scientific properties that most people have never heard about. One of its most incredible traits, its extreme malleability. This means gold can be flattened, stretched, and shaped into forms thinner than a human hair without breaking. But why is gold so unique? What makes it different from iron, copper, or silver? And how can something so solid be stretched so far? Today, we're going to break down the science behind this golden phenomenon and explore why this property of gold is being used in everything from space technology to medicine. Most of us think of metals as hard, rigid, and unbreakable. You hit steel with a hammer, and sure, it might dent, but it's not stretching into a hair-thin wire. So why does gold behave differently? What's happening at an atomic level that allows it to be stretched to such extreme lengths? And if gold is so soft, why do we still use it for things like jewelry, electronics, and even in space travel? It seems contradictory, but the answers lie deep in the science of gold's atomic structure. Let's start with malleability. Malleability is a metal's ability to be deformed under compression without breaking. Gold happens to be the most malleable metal known to humankind. You can hammer a single gram of gold into a sheet so thin it becomes transparent. But when it comes to stretching it into long, thin wires, that's when gold's atomic structure truly shines. At an atomic level, gold atoms are arranged in a way that allows them to slide past each other with minimal resistance. Unlike iron or aluminum, which have a more rigid structure, gold's atoms are loosely packed, making it incredibly easy to shape without breaking. This flexibility allows gold to be drawn into wires as thin as a few nanometers, so thin that they're practically invisible to the naked eye. Now let's compare this to other metals. Copper, for example, is also quite malleable, which is why we use it in electrical wiring. But stretch copper too far and it starts to break. Iron? Way too rigid, it snaps under too much tension. Gold, on the other hand, just keeps going, allowing scientists to create wires thinner than a human blood cell. And here's where it gets even crazier. These ultra-thin gold wires are more than just a scientific curiosity. They have real-world applications that could change everything from medicine to computing. Scientists are currently experimenting with gold nanowires in medical treatments, using them to deliver drugs to specific cells in the body. In the world of electronics, gold's ability to conduct electricity while being ultra-thin makes it ideal for tiny circuits and microchips, which power everything from your smartphone to spacecraft. But perhaps the most mind-blowing application? Scientists are exploring ways to use gold nanowires in artificial muscles. Yes, you heard that right. The same metal used in wedding rings could one day be a key component in synthetic muscles that move and function like real human tissue. Imagine a world where artificial limbs are powered by microscopic gold wires that contract and expand like real muscle fibers. It's not science fiction. It's happening right now in laboratories around the world. So the next time you see a piece of gold jewelry, remember, you're looking at one of the most incredible materials in the universe. A metal so malleable that a single gram can be stretched for miles. A substance so special that it's being used to advance medicine, technology, and even artificial intelligence. Gold isn't just valuable, it's scientifically extraordinary. And who knows? In the future, those tiny, invisible gold wires might be powering the next breakthrough in human evolution.